and 95% of men say yes.
Ew.
And I was disgusted.
That is nasty.
Am I everything that I even wanted to be before she leaves? Because I just want her to be like, you know, you've healed from something when you can talk about it.
Do you want to party? Who it up, she baby? I won't tell nobody. 내가 널 지켜줄게 however you want it, my dear. Do you want to party? Who it up, she baby? I won't tell nobody. 내가 널 지켜줄게 however you want it, my dear.
Welcome back.
Welcome to part
Hello.
2.
We are at part 2 of our Q&A episode.
We're reading all your questions, answering them, having a really good time. You guys asked really good questions. I'm loving it.
Me too. I'm loving it. It's a nice mix of like funny, lighthearted, informative, and then deep.
We're about to get in some
And
deep
I feel like
shit.
we're about to get in some deep shit right now. So let's kick it off, shall we? Let's do it. Okay. This question it's not a question. It's a topic. Men mentality, emotional trauma.
Oh,
I'm not a dumpster. Don't dump it on me. But I think communicating why you have certain boundaries. Like, I don't think you need to necessarily tell me why you have your boundaries. You need to communicate your boundaries. And if they are due to traumatic events, that's your discernment. Do you want to share that or not? I don't think anybody should like shake you and force you to share. But I think if you feel in a safe space to share, that's a good sign.
took the words right out of my mouth because I was going to say, if you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Sorry. If you feel comfortable enough to share, I think that says a lot about the person as well, how they make you feel.
Mm-hmm.
So especially for men that I know, for some of them, it's not easy to open up. If you have somebody that makes it easy for you to tell them things, then like take the opportunity. Also, I think my perspective would be a lot of the times, sometimes as a man, from what I've noticed, you won't recognize like your own trauma or talk about it. And I just saw this podcast the other day. It was an episode. It's like this guy from London. I forget his name. But anyway, he was interviewing somebody else. The person was talking about, you know, you've healed from something when you can talk about it. And I think that is very true because I myself have not been able to talk about so many things until like now. And that's how I know I've healed from a lot of the things that have happened to me. So similarly, because trauma is trauma. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. You go through
that
it.
part.
It's just trauma. But I think just being comfortable talking about it if you want to. If you don't, it's okay. But learning to communicate in a way where you are giving some type of clarity or just some type of direction for the other person to understand. Like, hey, like this is like a little bit of a touchy subject for me. I'm just not ready to open up about it now, but I would respect it, or I would really love if you give me some space. And eventually, if I feel comfortable later, like I'll tell you about it. It's just right now, it's like it's something that doesn't work for me. Something along those lines, like you don't have to say what it is, but I think communicating with somebody goes a long way. And sometimes it's just about having those little interactions. They really do go a long way. It means a lot, especially to a woman. It means a lot when you let her know of things. I think also as a man, you should not be afraid of seeking help, whatever that looks like for you. So I'm not like, I can't advocate for one channel of help because that may not work for everyone. But I think just you have to deal with it in order to get to the other side. Otherwise, I believe that that thing will hold you back until you're able to overcome it.
Yeah.
It's not good to hold on to it.
Yeah.
We see it a lot with like veterans.
Mm-hmm.
They go through like PTSD, and a lot of the therapies that are performed on them is for them to be able to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody else can give them a different perspective, or just let them know, like, it's not your fault. This happened. You're not that event. This happened. But similarly happens to other things that we've been through. So I think have an outlet.
Yeah. Whatever that outlet is,
healthy-
whoever it is. Yeah, healthy.
A healthy
Big on
outlet.
healthy.
I don't knock you and I won't judge you if your outlet for a lot of things is like, I'm going to go have a drink. But like between a drink and a drink and a drink, that becomes actually a very unhealthy thing. And I think a lot of coping mechanisms, that is the easiest coping mechanism because I used to have it. And I think once I put it together, that was a coping mechanism of mine. Like I was like, no. Like this is actually like a very unhealthy coping mechanism. And I need to turn this anxiety or this, if I need a distraction, I need to find a healthier distraction for myself so that I don't turn into one drink won't turn into 20.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know
similarly,
that was a thing for you.
yeah, it was a thing for me. One day we'll expand on like unhealthy habits that we've had.
Yeah. Mine's food.
Yeah. I mean, I think food too
Is another one, yeah.
But yeah, so find a healthy habit. Don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid. Seek people that support you. Seek like-minded people, and I think this is very beneficial to men. Like-minded men or like-minded people that are gonna support you, push you, make you feel better about your journey as a man, because we are not able to understand what you go through as a guy. But you know, find your community of people that are gonna uplift you. Find at least one person that you can call and be like, bro, this fucking is just, you know, whatever it is that you need to vent about. Find your person that you can vent about, like vent to. So you're not bottling all that stuff in. You're not bottling anger. You're not taking it out on the world. You don't become angry with the world, or you don't become like a woman hater either. Find men. I would say, like, because this is the advice that I would give to people, just because I think we kind of take this approach, and like even the people that I've seen take this approach, I think it's successful from everyone that I've observed, is find different kinds of people so that each of them can give you something different. Like a married person can give you a perspective of what marriage and what finding their wife or husband was like. A person that is highly educated can give you the perspective of what that is like. A person, I would say a guy who like works in trades or is a blue collar guy, is going to understand the struggle that you go through if you're also in a very similar career.
Yeah. Like, or somebody just super disciplined in something, like financially, somebody like,
correct,
or somebody disciplined in the gym on their health, mental health.
Correct.
Because I do feel like that could go hand in hand too, like mental health and physical health and
For sure
overall
it does.
wellness. Yeah, I think everything you said, Fiamma, like I stand with all of that, and I also think like just do something. Don't just sit and allow yourself to become a victim, because I don't want people to feel like everybody has some type of trauma, micros, big, any kind of trauma, right? But that doesn't mean everybody needs to be a victim to that trauma. I think the only way is to get out of it is to go through it. And that's the hardest part. But don't give up on yourself. Like, find whatever works for you. If one thing doesn't work, find another. And that doesn't make you less of a man. I want a man who could point out where he needs to work on himself and work on himself, versus somebody complacent or they think they're perfect, because nobody's perfect.
Yeah. Watch your ego. I would tell this to any person, but watch your ego, because if ego is your driving force, I don't think that that's a good place either. Yeah. So remain humble, like be open to mistakes, be open to learn from opportunities, because I think that outlook will apply to so many other things in life.
Yeah.
And that's just how growth happens. I think for me, that's literally how growth happens. You mess up and you learn from that, and sometimes you're gonna mess up again, and you just keep going and you learn and you go and you learn and you go. Thank you to the person that sent this question, because it's actually a friend of mine. And he shares a lot about his mental health.
Wow.
with me because I keep
Mm-hmm.
it. I keep it very honest.
Yeah.
I'm a very honest person, and I think sometimes I can be a mirror to people because,
Mm-hmm.
you
Can
know,
I be honest?
yeah, I have
I
a lot
mean,
of those. But can I be honest?
that's again, if you're new here, hi, that's what the podcast
Yeah.
is about, right? When you care about somebody and you want to tell them something that maybe might pinch, it might sting, or they may not want to hear it, but they have to hear it. You just say, "Can I be honest?" And that's like, do you give me permission to tell it like it is?
Yeah. So, so thank you for participating, sending this question, and I hope you keep growing because you've been doing a really good job.
Yeah, keep us updated. Well, keep her updated. She'll update me, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, the next question, I just looked at it. I wouldn't say they're the same. So I'll say both. These are two separate questions, but they're similar. First one is, what are our red flags? And what are our biggest icks? So
Okay.
they didn't specifically say in men, in people.
in general.
So I think we could keep it general. And if it's something towards specifically men or women, we could say that.
Okay.
So what are your red flags?
Dishonesty is one of my red flags. And the reason why is because even if you're wrong, I'd rather somebody be honest with me than you making a judgment of you're trying to spare my feelings. You don't know my feelings. You don't know how I'm going to take it. You don't know if it's going to bother me or not. And who are you to spare my feelings? What if I want my feelings hurt? Why are you sparing them to begin with? Just so you don't have to tell me the truth? No, I want to hear the truth. I don't care how awful it sounds. Tell me the truth. Also, because then I feel manipulated when somebody withholds the truth from me. And that leads me to act or do things without knowing the full picture. Because when I find out, most likely I'm going to crash out. I'm going to have like, I'm going to be furious. Because then at that point, yeah, you feel manipulated. So you withhold the truth because you knew that I was going to do something different had I known the truth. Like, that's just what it is. Which leads me to my second red flag, lack of accountability. Those two go hand in hand. I don't care how wrong you are. Just tell me what it is, exactly what it is, and then just like own up to it. And I swear to you, 80% of the time when you do this to people that have enough emotional maturity and intelligence, half of their anger is going to go away just of the simple fact that you're stating where you messed up. So you're saying, I'm sorry, I did this, and you say the action that you've done wrong. That was fucked up of me. That was wrong. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Will save you. It will save you a ton of.
Yeah,
arguments.
instead of a half-ass apology, like, sorry I made you feel that way.
Yeah. Do you know how you made me feel?
Right.
And what made me feel that way? Can you just say it?
How did your actions?
Correct.
Yeah.
I
I
have one
agree.
more,
I agree
think.
with those. What's your third one?
I forgot it. But I
Okay.
had one more. Go ahead.
Okay. For me, it's like a red flag is a person who always wants to one up somebody. It's like, oh my God, just guess what? I got a raise. And then they're like, oh my God, guess what? Well, I got a bonus and I have a date. Okay, that's great. Like, I'm all for celebrating our people. I want everybody to eat. I want everybody to win. But just people in general who always feel they got to one up somebody, men, women, no matter what you are, that's a red flag to me. Like, what are you trying to prove? Who are you trying to prove it to? You sound arrogant. That kind of goes along with my next red flag is a know-it-all. A person who's not willing to seek other perspectives, a person who's not willing to see things from another side, a person who just thinks they have all the right answers and they don't want to hear it. They're not open to not only growth, but like feedback. So that's another red flag. Somebody who's not willing to grow and get feedback says a lot to me. And again, this is man, woman, whatever you are. You got one? Go.
Somebody who makes assumptions and is not willing to think that they're wrong. They make assumptions about you without really knowing you.
Yeah.
And then they're not open to the possibility of them even being wrong. Just because they have this idea that yeah, I've been around long enough so this works this way.
Yeah.
And all people act this way.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't tell me otherwise because I already know.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you're telling me about myself, how dare you? Because you don't know me well enough.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, with me, people are always wrong.
Mm-hmm. Another red flag is a mean person. Like, you're just mean for no reason. Like, why are you so angry? Why are you so mean? Like, that's a red flag. Or just like the type of person, like the way they bond with people is through like talking shit or something. Like, if I just met you, you're in the space, and then you're like telling me about somebody, like, that's a red flag.
Somebody who is always in other people's business, who's
Yeah.
really nosy, or
Telling
like
me about somebody's business.
tries
'cause
to
then,
keep receipts about everyone. Like, why
Mhm.
do you need receipts on everyone, first of all?
Yeah.
If you're not planning to use them, why do you need them?
Mhm.
Why?
Yeah.
Can you answer that?
Yeah. Another
What was
red.
the reason?
What was the reason? Another red flag is people who just stir, like, they, like, the pot is there, right? Nobody cares about the pot, but you feel you want to stir the pot on social media. Like, people who feel like, I need to go on social media and stir the pot, or I need to go on social media and just say, like, I get we have freedom of speech, we do, but like sometimes we don't need to hear all the things. I think everybody's entitled to it, don't get me wrong, but people who just post to get reactions out of people, like, to me, that's a red flag.
People who out other people on social media, like
Yeah.
expose them.
Mhm.
People who take all their problems to social media.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you're trying to get validation from people to tell you that you're not wrong or you're right, or yeah, your baby daddy is like a no good, son
Yeah.
of a,
Yeah.
that's a like low-key a red flag.
Mhm.
There was another one. People that are flip-floppy, wishy-washy, is a no-no. Especially if it's like people that will side with other people under the context of, well, I don't want to look
Yeah.
bad,
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna side with them
Mm-hmm.
because they're
Mhm.
offended about this, and if I
Mhm.
don't side with them, then
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't like. I want to be the, the
Yeah, or people who like say one thing online, but
do something
will be like, I
completely
really
different.
didn't mean that. I just posted
Hypocrites.
that. Yeah, Hello,
Hypocrites.
hypocrites. Yeah, those are some red flags. I'm sure we could think of more, and that could be a whole nother episode. But the next one is our biggest icks. I think an ick is when grown men are trolls.
50 Cent.
No, okay, no, not that. No. Okay, I'm thinking of a certain person, that's why. That recently just gave me the ick today.
Okay.
I'm trying to
Bad
find a way
hygiene
to put this.
is a big
Oh,
ick of mine.
Yeah, that's bad.
You don't brush your teeth at least
Ew.
twice a day.
Yeah.
You don't wipe correctly. Like
How-
men.
how
You
do
have
you
not seen
know?
this trend on Instagram?
No.
Men with like shit string like in their boxers.
I don't see men's boxers.
I stumbled across this.
I thought you were gonna say you stumbled across this man's
I don't know why
boxers.
my timeline is so unhinged.
Okay.
But yeah, it was this guy. He was doing a poll and he went to a gym and he asked about. He has a good number of men if their boxers had shit stains. And 95% of men say yes. And I
Ew.
was disgusted.
That is nasty, cause like
I was disgusted. If you don't clean your penis correctly, that's an ick. If you don't get tested for STDs.
For women too, like women like hygiene too, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure that's an ick
Hygiene
too.
in general.
Hygiene in general, you have to get checked, like vaginal health, all health.
Go get tested at least like 3 times a year. If you're having multiple partners, you should be getting tested regularly.
Yeah, I think that's an ick too. Like a person who just doesn't care about like their wellness, like their health in general. Like if you're like, when's the last time you went to the doctor? And they're like, oh, when I was in track in high school and I had to get this. Just, I'm like, you're 39. What? Yeah. I think another ick is I'm trying to figure out how to word this because I don't know how. So
People
like
who are dirty.
but no, I'm thinking like a person who like, let's say you're trying to let somebody down. Like, I'm not interested in you. Like, I'm very blunt. Like I'm blunt.
Have you been
I'm not-
direct enough?
No, yeah. No, I mean, I'm talking about like lately, like in the DMs, right? Like, oh yeah, but that situation too. But to a point where you were nice and then you had to be a little more blunt, but they're still like not receiving it. And then you're like, fuck, I don't want to be a bad guy, but damn, dude. But no, like a guy, I'll just say it. A guy recently like DM'd me and basically he was like, I want to take you out. I want to do this. And I don't need a free meal. Like I was just like, I'm not interested. And he asked me, but why? But why? Like you really want me to like do you want me to clown you? Cuz I could do that, but I'm not trying to do that. Like I'm not interested. But why? Like why is it? Why don't you like me? I'm not your type. No, you're not. But why? Like
You just reminded me.
dude, oh my god, it was so bad. And it's like just take it and that's it. Like I don't think I should have to explain all the whys. And could be for guys, girls, anything. And then he blocked me, which I don't care, but I'm like
People that can take no for an answer.
people that can't take no for an answer. That's
Or
an ick.
people that specifically men that have the expectations that you're gonna sleep with them just because they're taking you out.
Oh my god. Or cuz you like watch the movie?
Yeah.
I
Or
really
because
like this
is
movie.
like this is our second date and
Yeah,
he's
no.
asking when you're gonna drop your
Oh!
panties for him.
Okay, here's the ick. Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
I planned this date. You got the next one.
This can go either way, but
I think it's different if you're in an established relationship where you're like cutesy, like, oh, I want to plan this for him and it's cute. But for a man to be like, all right, I planned this one, you're in charge of the next one. Like,
I would say this.
and financially too.
Okay, financially, a man that doesn't pay.
Or expects 50-50.
A man that doesn't pay. But I would say this: get to know the person that you're going out with, because not all women are the same. But me
too.
Yeah, I like a man very
Very
dominant.
Don't you
very
dare! Don't
assertive.
you dare pull your wallet out.
Yes, very generous.
Okay. Yeah.
And not cheap. I don't like that. Pay for the date, take charge. I would love for somebody to be like, be ready by 8. I'm sending you. If you don't want to pick me up, cool. Sending you an Uber, sending you a car.
Or a man that
we're
has the
going
nerve
here.
to ask you to pick him up. Oh my God! Do you want pills for your period?
Please don't.
Like,
Yeah,
are you cramping? Are you cramping?
Listen, I do know though. There's a lot of people that have moved to Chicago that are not from Chicago, so they don't have cars. But I think
Uber works.
yes, if you're a guy, just Uber. Don't ask the girl.
Don't do that.
Don't ask the girl. It's just not a bad look. Also, like when you go to the restaurant, like you can put your card first thing when you get to the restaurant, so the tab doesn't even have to come to the table. They just run in and give you the card when you leave the place. But also, if you see the girl reaching off in her purse, your card should already be out. Like, no, baby. Like,
shouldn't take
put
that.
that thing away. I got it.
The opposite of that's an ick for me that I saw and I just thought it was a huge ick. A guy posted the bill, like on social media with his credit card. Like he covered the number, like to let us know he paid that much money. Okay, whoop-de-doo. Like that also, like that extra flex we don't need, we don't care.
You know what's
That
funny? That the
arrogance,
men,
like that
the men with the
cockiness.
real money
They
never
won't
do shit
flash
like
it.
this.
No, I
They're
don't.
not. They don't do clown shit like that.
Yeah. The ick also is just like a person who only talks about themselves, who only cares about themselves, who makes everything only about themselves, especially a man too. Oh my God.
An ick is also a person that thinks that everybody wants to get with them.
Oh, an ick is an ick is a person who literally thinks they're the prize.
Ooh!
And says it. And says they're the prize. I think if you're a person that has to go on and call yourself the prize, that's icky.
Yeah. You're not bigger than the program. The women are the program.
Yeah. Oof. All right.
Yeah, I had to bite my tongue for that one because I have deep inner feelings about Loki, sometimes I feel like these men are gay. Just gonna say that. You want a woman to pay for the date. You want her to plan the date. You want her to go 50-50 with you. You ask her what she brings to the table. You want to see how much she makes so that you can figure out if financially she's a good decision for you.
Oh,
You might as well just date a guy, because a man is not gonna, a man is gonna go 50-50 with you. A man is gonna plan the dates. Then what you want is not a woman. You want a business partner. Go get somebody else as a business partner. If you're not a provider, just say that. Don't resent. Like, know what you're going for.
a man who asks a woman, "What do you bring to the table?"
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Do you not have like? Are you not equipped at that table that you need something?
You know that there's a prince, I forgot where, Finland, I think, and he married this like very humble, like she's not part of royalty, whatever. And he basically was like, I will renounce the crown if I don't get to marry this girl.
Wow.
And
like
y'all over
Cinderella.
here worried about
Because
50-50.
and the thing is, like, you should never have to ask somebody. Like, I think
Men that ask women how much they make.
That's crazy.
I've been asked that.
I'm trying to think if I've ever been asked that.
Interview Daddy asked me that. Remember I told y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
he asked
I
me.
don't
That was one
remember
of the
this.
before he took me out on a date, he asked me how much I made.
Oh my God. Remember when you were called the liberal?
Yeah, that was such an insult.
She was like, "Excuse me."
But he's still on my fucking phone.
They always are. Yeah, I think also an ick is like a man, to make himself feel better, he like tries to find something to pick at with you. I'll never forget this man. It was a friend. He was my friend. He's not my friend anymore. He had the nerve to call me complacent. I'm like, you could call me any C word in the book, but the last thing I am is complacent.
Know your crowd.
Dude, I was like, and that's why you're in this position you are now. But anyway, okay. Here we go. Okay, this one's funny. Who is better, Michael Jackson or Chris Brown? I'm gonna let you go first.
I really think it's an era
Yeah.
thing. This one is actually very hard because so let me say this. For the time, Michael Jackson was a visionary. And the fact that there are people like Usher and Chris Brown who are still replicating and being inspired by who Michael Jackson was, it tells you the level of like iconic that he is. Because not just the dancing, the choreography, the visuals, the concepts. It was something that has not been seen before. It hasn't even been replicated. To give credit where credit is due, Chris Brown is probably the closest person that could touch Michael Jackson, but also Chris Brown is on a lane of his own.
Completely
Because
different entity.
Chris Brown has, yes, he takes inspiration, right? But Chris Brown, it's just like so gifted.
Yeah.
The way he's able to like dance and perform, and he's so like, he takes things that are like current pop culture and makes them into a thing. Like I can think of like, oh my God, the wall to wall video, the loyal video, like just like all these dances that go viral, like the what's the last one that
Oh, the you bad as hell.
Yeah,
I treat
remember?
you well, I will. Yeah. I can't think of the name right now, and I'm like a stan.
And also like
I
we
forgot.
can't talk about Chris Brown without obviously mentioning the obvious, but the fact that he basically said like, no, you're not gonna end up in my career and you're not gonna cancel me and I'm gonna thrive. And he has. I actually I respect him a lot for that. And that just
Period.
comes to show like the talent is unbeatable. He does it all. What can't he do?
Thank you. Okay, this is why I
What
wanted you to go
can't
first
he
because everybody
do?
knows that was going to be my answer.
What can't he do?
That's
He
gonna
can
be my
do
answer.
it all.
And here's the thing: it's not even dancing. It's not even the singing because he also sings. He raps. Even the way he sings is different. Some songs are more storytelling. Some are just like real, just R&B feeling, more like sexy. Like some are super vulnerable. And then he raps too. And then he gets in his pop era. And then he has songs that are highly inspired by MJ. I think he's the closest thing to it. But I have a very hot take. Okay. I ride for Chris Brown.
his fluidity is crazy.
His fluidity is crazy, but this is my hot take on Chris Brown. The reason why nobody would even think or would want to say that he is like close to MJ or the next MJ, because again, there's no other MJ. I've never out of my mouth said he replaces MJ. I think he's up there with him. However, the reason why I think a lot of people refuse to put two and two together with that is because of his history with the Rihanna situation. And two, he's super urban. He's super tatted up. He's not like this clean cut good boy.
Yeah.
And he didn't try to change who he was after that to mold into what society wanted him to be accepted.
Yeah.
He's still the
You're
thug
gonna-
life Chris Brown.
He was
He's
like,
still
"You're gonna
the
accept me
he's
for who I
still
am."
he's still the I don't care if I'm famous, I'll still clock you and clock anybody who comes for me on here. I don't care. Like I think it's because he's still super urban and because a lot of the genre he works with is R&B and rap. That's why people will not put him at the same level with MJ.
I don't think so. I still think it stems from. I love conspiracy theories, guys, but I think it stems from the whole situation. Just because.
Oh no, yeah, I think that and then that
Um,
like working together for sure.
Like, because it's not.
Had
just-
that situation didn't happen,
The thing is, like, that situation only affected him, even though it was a two-way street. So
yeah,
and it happens a lot, right? It catapults one person into stardom, and then like
Yeah.
another person doesn't get the same benefit because
Right.
one person is the abuser and the other
Yeah.
one is the one that got abused, even though both of them did things to each other.
yeah,
Because it's
Yeah.
just what it is. The facts
Yeah.
are the facts.
Yeah.
But I think it's just like so many people try to work against him that there's no. In my opinion, I think there's no valid argument that now they can make against like making him this like
Yeah.
icon that he was always meant to be.
yeah. Had
Because
that
they're
not
the first
happened,
person that worked against him.
everybody would put him
He would
head
be
first.
untouchable.
He would be untouchable. And I think if you take away that and you just go off of talent, and again, it's not just dancing and singing. This man is so artistic. Like he's done martial arts. He is
Graffiti, like-
acrobatic. It's beyond that. And like fashion wise, he does a lot behind the scenes that people don't know about. He writes songs for people you would have no idea he writes songs for. Like put some respect on my guy's name. And also for all the people who like to bring up his past, imagine if all the effed up things you did came to light and people didn't allow you to grow from it and learn from it. And you worked so hard and you did so many great things, but that's always something they're going to bring up in your face. And just that's what they always have to respond with. Stop acting like we're all perfect. I do believe people can grow. I believe people can change if they really want to.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'll say on that. Next question. I get very passionate about this. What's your biggest regret? I feel like we talked about this in the car last week too.
I don't think I have. I would
I
say
don't
this. I
think-
don't have regrets. I do go sometimes and wish I do. There are things that I wish I would have done different. There are things that I wish I would have had more discernment. There's situations for sure that I've been in that I do feel like, damn, like I put myself in this position. And I wish I would have had more in that moment, would have had more self-esteem or more self-love to have done something different. But all of those experiences have taught me have made me grow.
Mm-hmm.
They've either given me a headache or a heartbreak
Mm-hmm.
or a lot of anxiety
Mm-hmm.
and nervous breakdowns. They've either made me lose weight or gain weight.
Mm-hmm. I've never lost weight because of
But
that. I'm sad.
either way, I don't think that I would be the person that I am today, and I would be as wise as I am had I not messed up as many times as I have, because I have messed up so many. I've done so many things wrong,
Yeah.
and I still do sometimes. And I'm very hard on myself, but I think now I'm a little more gentle and more compassionate
Mm-hmm.
with myself. I give myself grace because when
Mm-hmm.
you don't know, sometimes when you don't know better,
Yeah.
you know, when you know better, you do better.
better.
And so a lot of those instances, I also did not know better.
Yeah.
Now that I know better, I try to do better.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, I'm not perfect. I
Yeah.
still have my slip ups, and I still do things that are morally not correct.
Mm-hmm.
But I think
You're
that
human.
yeah, it's part of life. And I can't either even if I regretted it, I can take shit back.
Yeah.
It already happened.
Yeah.
So, oh well.
Yeah, I can't say I have a specific moment or something I actually regret. Would I do things differently? Sure, right? I think those are learning moments. I think oftentimes people say don't take the easy way out, right?
Mhm.
I've never taken the easy way out. And I wish I would have taken the easy way out
Oh,
if it
me
led me
too.
to the same result. Like, damn. Like, why did I have to do this when I could have just did this? But again, when you know better, you do better. I think there are times where my intuition was talking to me and I didn't act on it right then and there. I had to like go back and forth with my brain and my heart and like question. And I think sometimes if you listen to your intuition right off the bat, like that saves you so much. It saves you time, it saves you heartache, it saves you doubt, it saves you second guessing yourself. And that is just in different aspects of life. So I would say professionally, like sometimes I could have took the easy way out and I didn't. And as far as like personal, my more personal life, like I feel like things would be different if I listened to my heart the first time. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I think not a regret, but I
Yeah.
wish that I would have failed earlier in life because I used to be so afraid of failure. And I think if I would have failed much earlier in life, I would have realized that no pasa nada.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's going to be fine. And I think that would have probably changed the trajectory of a lot of other things at the same time, because I have taken so many risks in so many approaches. I have also learned very important skills as a result. So either way, like see, there's still something.
Yeah.
Everything is a lesson at the end of the day.
Amen. This one, to me, this is the deepest one. And I when I got this one, I was like, oh, you knew what you were doing when you asked this question, you
Okay.
stupid person. I'm just kidding. I love you. Where are you struggling to be honest in your life and to yourself, and why? I mean, this is, can I be honest?
You want to go?
That's a very personal question. Yeah, I'll go. So I think for me, it's all about like my love dating life. I'm not, I have not actively put myself out there to date because I could, but I know I haven't. And I'm just like, oh, I don't got time. I don't have time. But realistically, like I do have time if I really wanted to, because I have time for other people and I choose my time with other people. And it's like, well, be honest with yourself. Why? And I think with me is like, I feel like I found my person in somebody where it's like I just feel like my life is easier when I'm around them. They get me, I get them. I don't have to like
You don't have
start
to be anyone else.
I don't have to be anybody else. I don't have to explain myself. I don't have to, literally I could be my most vulnerable self.
I've seen it.
And what scares me is that how do you know somebody is really like your person if you don't allow yourself to experience anything else to compare it to? And not saying I haven't, because like I guess in the past I have, but I don't think I fully was open to a situation to even give it a little bit of comparison to know. But I just don't feel like I want to pull all those layers back with a new person with the fear of like hurting somebody, but also doing it as like just to see what's out there and wasting time when like I
Can
don't
I
know
be
how-
honest?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I understand everything that you're saying because I agree. But do you think that you even gave yourself and him,
Mm-hmm.
this person,
Mm-hmm.
a shot, a real shot to even compare it to? Because my recollection of events,
Yeah.
that's
No.
all.
No, I know. But here's the thing, right? So like for me, the title I've learned means nothing. Because I will say there's a person in my life who treats me better than so many in a relationship people treat each other. Not because they have to, because I think it's a place of genuine love and support and respect as friends. And again, it really is that. It really is that. But it's like you don't just do things for somebody. You're just not like that with somebody just cuz. Like it's not a facade. Like it's not
Yeah.
I'm trying to impress anybody. Like no.
Yeah.
So I think that's also the other thing I'm having a hard time being honest with myself about is because I know why I haven't. And it's not because of me.
I understand.
It's because the other person, I'm not going to talk about the other person, but like I know why.
I know why too.
And I just don't want to do a disservice to myself with closing myself off with the idea of later giving it time to see what happens versus at least let me put myself out there just to see. You know,
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying? I
It's-
just
it's
don't know
such
how
a-
to.
It's such a hard concept because if the shoe was on the other foot,
Mm-hmm.
we wouldn't feel like we are being seen for our value because somebody's just keeping us around and exploring their options while we're around.
Right. That's not
Like, so then,
Yeah.
like, you've explored your options and now you've decided that I'm the person you wanted to
correct.
be
And I
with.
would never want to do that.
But at the same time, I understand the experience.
Yeah.
Like both, I think
Yeah.
both exist and can exist
Yeah.
simultaneously.
Yeah.
Because you can make arguments for both. And in your reality, both
Mm-hmm.
of these things exist.
Yeah.
Plus, there's outside of view, there's other factors that
Yeah.
directly influence you.
100%. And it's also like the life I dream.
And they're
Of
closely
myself.
tied to your identity
100%.
and to who you are. So
100%.
that's like,
I never
understand
want to
that.
lose myself either because of something else.
I understand. And
So.
I don't think you also want to go against
Yeah.
those
What
factors.
makes me me.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah, so I said a whole bunch of a lot of things, but then if you know, you know. But if you don't, at least I'm being honest. You can figure it out, guys.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would say this. No, there's nothing that I'm struggling to be honest with myself about because I know all my shit and I'm very honest about all my shit. So I'm right now at this very point in time, I have I know exactly the areas that I'm not happy with. I know
Mhm.
exactly the areas that I need to work on. Because I just try to be honest with myself. My motto is like, you can lie to everybody, but
Can't
don't
lie to
fucking lie to
yourself.
yourself.
Amen.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not even, it's
Preach.
very self-explanatory.
Yeah.
So I feel like at this very moment, I know exactly where I'm at. I know where I stand.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just working to get out of the things that I feel like I want to change. Because there's only, when you don't like something, you have one or two options. You either stay in the thing that you don't like and complain about it, or
Pick
you
your
shut
heart.
up and like you leave. You find something new. You keep it moving, or you change your situation. So for the things that I feel like I want to have this in this amount of time, or I like, I want to change this about my situation when it comes to like, where I'm at currently. Yeah, is it gonna happen overnight? No. But like, I know that I'm working towards it.
Yeah.
I think I'm being more honest about asking God for a partner because I've never done that in my life. But my aunt actually gave me the advice, and she was like, I think because I pray a lot, and I think prayer has changed my life.
Amen.
She
Yeah.
said,
I agree.
why don't you actually pray for a husband?
Sounds like my grandma.
She told me this. I'm not gonna lie. She told me this about like 3 years ago. And when she told me that, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not praying for a husband. But as of lately, I was like, you know what? Like, I am gonna pray for a husband. And not the prayer is not like God send me a husband. The
No.
prayer is like, God, I want a kind man. I want a generous man. I want a man that's gonna be there for me through the hard times. Because like people are like, we're at this like grown age as adults, like where people are dying.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the important things for me is like, send me a partner who's gonna be able to be there
Mm-hmm.
for me when the people most important to me leave this world,
You made me cry.
and who I can like, because I know I'm gonna be like probably like on the floor hyperventilating, crying, and I just need him to be there just to let me exist, but to feel like I have him. Because at this point, it's like, then what's the point of me wanting a partner?
You're right.
Because it's for life.
Mm-hmm.
We're not doing this. You get involved with me. We're not doing this to get divorced.
No, hell no.
With
Locked
me,
in
it's like,
forever.
yeah, you're all the way
From
in,
here
or
to the
don't even come.
casket.
And I might send you there. Fuck around and find out.
Period.
But for life.
Yeah.
So those things are very important to me, and they're so real because I mean, just in the past 3 years, all the things that have happened in my family.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been honest about just asking God for the kind of man that I want, and also honest about the fact that I need to let go of my fears and just let people in, let people get to know me. And I've been working on that. So technically speaking, like all my shit, I'd be looking in the mirror every day and I'm like, yeah, fix your shit.
Yeah. You know what's crazy about that? Because I'm like you. Like, I really believe, like, you pray to God. God knows your heart. He knows. Even if you don't say it, he knows. Even if you won't refuse to say it out loud, he knows. I could say this. I could say black, but he knows my heart's pink. Yeah. Right? And what's really, I think what I also struggle with is, like, one of my biggest prayers is, like, release what doesn't serve me. And the minute I started saying that a long time ago, and it's crazy because a few years ago, so much was released.
Yeah.
So much.
They leave.
So much was
God, if
released.
he's not for me, take him away.
And it
Boom,
wasn't a
gone.
man, right? It wasn't a man that was released. And like this idea is like, okay, if somebody's not for me, release them. And you do that. And nobody's been released. So you're like, oh man, are they here to like, are you?
I have a theory.
Then it's me like, okay, am I God? All right, God. You didn't release him yet. But hold on. What does this mean? Yeah.
My theory of that is that there's a purpose.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's a purpose or a lesson.
Yeah.
At least for me, right?
Yeah.
It's a purpose or a lesson. So when they don't get released right away, sometimes it's because they're teaching me, they've come and taught me a lesson.
Yeah. I believe that.
And other times is because they're serving a bigger purpose in my life that I may not know about right now. But I'm like, well, they're here for a reason. So
and it's crazy.
Serve your purpose.
Because it could be, and again, I don't know. I'm not God. But like, you know how in part 1, how we talked about, like, I feel like I've been a woman who, like, when they leave me better. Not that they leave me, but like when we split, they leave better. And I think they somewhat become better in whatever way they do. What if somebody's doing that for me? Because I don't think of like, no shade. No shade. I don't think any man I've dated actually made me better. Mm-hmm. I make myself better because of, I don't let a man influence me, right? Mm-hmm. But what if somehow, they made me worse. But what if somehow, like, there is somebody who is teaching me how to be better for somebody else, because I am doing things I wouldn't do. But I don't know. But again, this is where my mind goes. Like, based off of what you said, like, they're teaching me a lesson, but also like they're changing me and I don't realize it. So I could be ready for something when the real thing is, because I know I know this feeling. And if you don't know this feeling, how do you recognize it again? You know, like, I don't know.
The last thing I would say for you to consider is, in your prayer, ask God to change your heart if there are areas that you need to change in.
Do that.
I've done that because sometimes I'm like, maybe I'm not the problem, but maybe like my vision is not where it should be. And maybe I'm focusing on all the wrong things. And I'm letting these things affect me. What if I just need to expand my sight and look further? Because maybe I need to grow in areas. And maybe once I grow in areas, then the person is going to come and I'm going to be able to recognize him, because then I'm not clouded by all this other stuff. You know, I don't know if it's working yet, but
maybe God just wants me to cook. Maybe God's like, girl, how you want a husband and you can't cook a good meal?
We talk about only the men that want to stay. So cooking or not cooking.
Right. You know, because I know a man that loves being the cook because he knows he's the better cook in his relationship, and she makes up for it in other ways. But anyway, okay, next question. That was great. Shout out to you for that question. You knew what you were doing. Okay, this one's cool. Where are you thriving right now, and where are you surviving in life? What areas are you thriving in, and where are you surviving?
I'm surviving out of work.
Okay.
And I'm thriving. Personally, I'm thriving.
Okay. Yeah. I think personally, I'm thriving. It's been an amazing year. I feel like I feel like that girl. I think I'm surviving because I've spent so much time being that girl. I've ignored my health and nutrition and working out. So I'm surviving with trying to get back to a place where I'm like happy with where I could be, like physically, mentally. I could make healthier decisions. That's where I'm surviving. And I'm just always stressed with like all the things, but that's part of my thriving. Tired, but thriving. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm surviving at work because I am mentally checked out.
Yeah.
So I'm just doing the best I can, but I am mentally already thinking about what's next for me. That's the bad thing about me. I think sometimes when I get, it's like a thing that takes over me. Yeah. And I don't know if that thing is intuition. I don't know if that thing is like a higher power. But every time I felt that thing, it's just like I just listen to it. When it's like time to move, you move.
Go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think now that I'm not like going to be in school anymore, like studying, I want to get back to doing more like things I love to do in a different capacity than I used to do it. Like I want to get back into dancing, but not the way I was before. And I also want to be like, I want to grow back into being a better teacher. Not saying I wasn't, but like I was balancing so many things that now like I want to be a really good teacher and I want to like hone in on that.
Yeah. Your grandma the other day told me to convince you to start using your degree already.
And that's the thing, like
she's like, convince her. And I was
her idea of me using it is different. Like I use it in different capacities than what she thinks.
Yeah, because she was like, no, she should be a principal.
She wants me an admin. That's not gonna happen.
And I was like, Mom, you have to let her.
No. She wants me to be a professor or an admin.
You have to let her come to that decision by herself. She doesn't know better.
Yeah, of course. But I'm gonna write a book. Jackie and I are gonna write a book. We decided. Okay. So I just wrote a whole ass PhD and now we're like, let's write a book. But like not like a research book, like a narrative anecdotal book.
Okay.
We talked about
it. You don't know yet?
So no, we do know, but like I'd rather share it later.
Okay.
You know?
Sounds good.
Yeah. But it like the thing is we were saying it funny, but the way I am and the way she is, like no, we're writing a book.
Okay.
And I think it'll be like bestseller. Like really good. Like, you know, here's another, this is off topic from the question, but speaking about books, I have so many book ideas to write, like non-educational books. Like, and all these books, I have ideas of people who would be great co-authors. And off camera, I'll share it, but I want to tell you off camera before I share it with everybody because I think it'll be a really good book. And I think some of my ideas for books would be great, like Netflix series or movies.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
yeah.
have I would love to do the story of my life, the story of my mom's life,
I think
and make it into a movie.
I think just you talking, me, my mom, my grandma, you when we were all just talking, like between my grandma's stories and your stories with your mom, your grandma and stuff, those
When
would be great
I was having a
stories.
conversation with her grandma, we were sharing
They
stories
have the best conversations.
about um it was just like our early stages in life. So her
Yeah.
grandma, when she was in Colombia, and I related a lot to that because like I wasn't born here and I came here when I was a child, so I could relate to being foreign and not being
Yeah.
growing outside of the US. In the midst of her telling me about her story, um I've only watched about 2 movies, and the whole plot of the movie is you're seeing 3 or 4 different stories
I love that.
happen
Mm-hmm.
simultaneously, and then at some point all the stories tie in
Meet.
together.
Yeah.
And I've love those kind of like
Mm-hmm.
stories because the plot is just like it's just never stagnant.
No.
It's always it's just evolving,
No.
it's moving. You're
Yeah.
like so invested. Literally, as she was telling me, in my head,
Yeah.
like my head was creating this like
Yeah.
it was amazing.
Yeah. What? Just listening, because it was mainly her and my grandma just talking. I was just there, like, oh
Yeah.
wow, this is great. Okay, what excites you about the future? What scares you?
A lot of things scare me. Things that excite me. Possibility both excite me and scare me. But I think possibility is just, I think it's more exciting than it is scary. Just because anything can happen.
Mm-hmm.
I think walking into a new chapter of my life with who I am is also exciting
Mm-hmm.
because I feel so much more confident and capable in my abilities, and like the confidence, it comes from a real place, not a superficial
Mm-hmm.
place. It's
Mm-hmm.
not ego driven, it's completely like
Yeah.
center in fact
Mm-hmm.
and foundation and action and discipline and mentality. And so I think that's really exciting because when I think of some things that I've loved to do in the future, it's scary because sometimes I don't think that I could do them by myself.
Mm.
Um, but at the same time, the possibility of making those things happen is like it kind of beats the doubt and the fear.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I just think that like I need a a partner. I don't know. Like this is why I think for me it's so important to have somebody to build with, because I feel like having somebody to center me is just what's gonna make like catapult me.
Yeah.
I'll get back to topic, I promise.
Mhm.
There's some people that have superpowers. I think one of my superpowers is being in a relationship and being loved correctly, because I haven't been in a relationship in a really long time. But when I feel loved, I feel like invincible. It's almost like I don't know what takes over me. I see no, I see like I have no fear. I see nothing in my way. Like literally, I feel invincible. So I know that the day that I get a ring on my finger and like we're like, yeah, we're doing this, I just need him to just be there and be like, let's go for it. Like, let's ball. Like on some Bonnie and Clyde shit.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that's gonna be me.
I'm really glad you said that. Like
Yeah.
about like love could be a superpower. Love makes you feel invincible, because I feel like I would not be able to do any of the things I've done in my life. Like, that's the one thing I feel like I'm in a space where I feel love, like, in all capacities. And I want to say this to you because obviously I'm not in a relationship, I'm not married, and I feel I have that. So I want that for you so bad, because I love you, and I know all the girls, like your friends, like, I know they love you. I know that love is
They do.
genuine. I know your mom's love is genuine, your sisters, like, you have that. But like, you saying that out loud is your truth, right? Like, your girlfriend's love is important, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same. So like, yeah, I want that for you so bad.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
do recognize all the love that I have,
It's different though.
which I was like very detached. Younger me, I think like teenager, young adult me was very detached. Me now, no. I'm like,
Yeah.
I recognize
Yeah.
all the love and it matters and it's been able to like do wonders for me,
Yeah.
the love and support. But I think like because I want a
Yeah.
yes, I want like a partnership and I want like a romantic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm such a romantic. I want that love. I've only remember one instance of me feeling this way about somebody, but I remember how it felt. And I noticed, like, after I noticed it with that, I noticed that every time I got in relationships, it was the same thing. And I was like, okay, like, some way, somehow, I have to be able to turn this thing that I'm feeling when I'm not in a relationship. Because
Yeah.
then, like, when I'm not in a relationship, like, I can't be stagnant. I can't
Yeah.
be, like, you
Right.
know.
No, right.
So now that I feel like in my own person,
You're
I'm just like,
yeah.
I can hustle. I can, like, figure things out. I can do all things that I set my mind to. Like, oh God, please. Because I do. I wanna build something legendary. I wanna build like a legacy. I wanna give hopefully my kids, or I don't know, like just the rest of my life. I wanna make it something great.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, my fears. I think my fears is losing. I'm only ever scared of losing two people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my mom, my sister, because that's the people that I'm closest to.
100%.
I'm afraid of losing my sister because I know at some point I'm gonna lose my mom.
Mm-hmm.
If I lose my sister first, not my mom, I can't go through that alone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if I'm gonna have it in me. And then obviously my mom, because that's her mom. But I know that I'm gonna have my sister to share the pain with. And that creates a little bit of a safety blanket, because we're never not gonna be with each other. My mom, my sister, and I have been through so much together that our bond is very unbreakable, because we've shared a lot of trauma together. Inflicted trauma, not anything that they created.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, that's my biggest fear. And I think with losing my mom is feeling like, am I gonna lose her in a stage where, like, am I everything that I ever wanted to be before she leaves? Because I just want her to be like, they're gonna be fine, like, both of them. And I know she feels that way already.
Yeah.
But I want to give her back the life she never had. Not when she was a child, not when she was a teenager, not when she became a mom. I just want to give her back something, like, and I would love to do that for her. So God, please don't let me down. Because that is like the greatest gift that I would love to give my mother.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would love for her to, like, not work, for her just to enjoy life and just experience not being in survival mode.
That part.
not having to fight and not being in survival mode, and just to live and
That
be
part.
happy. That is all I ever want, and I would love to do that for her. I would love to do that for her, for my sister, for my dad, because my dad is like an angel, and he's done so much for us. So I also want to give him the same gifts because my dad has worked so hard. He left his home when he was 14 years old. He's worked never. The man has never not worked in his life. He provides for his family. He provides for everyone. He's so kind. I would love to do that for them. And I think that's my biggest fear, is that I'm going to lose my parents before I'm ever going to be in a position where I can be able to give them this life or a piece of it. And I know my friends are going to be there for me.
It's not the same.
But like I said, like when I'm in a fetal position on the floor crying,
I would get in fetal. I'm a little like, you're really tall, but I would still get in there.
Like,
Yeah, it's not the same.
you know, like I cry when I go through heartbreaks. I cry
Yeah.
endless nights. And the only person that has ever been there for me those endless nights have been my mom.
Oh my God.
I know you feel this because we both feel the same way about our parents. We both have very small families. We're very, very like close. It's not even the word. We're like intertwined.
Yes, that's why I was like,
Yes, we're intertwined
if
with
we
our
shared
families.
the same skin. Yeah.
You know, like me culturally, like let me also say culturally, we don't leave our parents' house.
No.
Like that's a very American thing. Like you live and you were independent, and granted, I think like
18,
that's great.
goodbye, yeah.
But like the only case like where we ever live, sometimes like people get married back home, and the husband just comes and lives with the family. Like you still
My
live
mom
with.
would love that.
Yeah, you still live with the family and stuff, and not to say like I'm never gonna leave them, because I
No,
think
yeah.
at some point I need my own life.
We could live within a mile.
But it's like,
radius, the same block.
If I don't have a husband,
Why?
what's the point? Like I'm gonna like I just want as much time with them as I possibly can, because I already know the heartbreak and the emptiness I'm gonna feel when I don't have them.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have anybody else in my life that makes, you know.
Yeah. No, I know more than anything, because like that's my fear. So like my fear of the future, everything you said, I don't have to repeat it. It's just, I don't have a sister. I don't have a brother. I don't have cousins like that. Like I don't have it. And I know it sounds like, oh, here she goes, but like I don't have anybody. So that's very scary. Very scary. And for all the reasons, like I really, I mean, I don't even want to fathom the idea of my mom passing away, my dad, my grandma, but like I really want my mom to be a grandma. And I've said this before and it sounds crazy. Like, I want her to be a grandma more than I think I want me to be a mother. And it sounds really bad. But it's because, like, she is the best mom. She thrives. And I feel like she's always so stressed and doing things for other people all the time. But I feel like as a grandmother, she'll be lighter. I feel like it's a joy that you can't explain. Like, it's a love you can't explain. Like, she loves me with every being, every soul, everything in her body. I could only imagine her as a grandmother, and I want her to experience that, and I want my child to have the blessing and the opportunity to be raised by her with me, you know, like raised by this village, because I have a wonderful family that I come from, and it's like, this is the type of family that should be raising kids and grandkids. And I would hate to do it alone without her, because like, even if I have a partner, like I would always feel alone, because she's, like you said, like, I'm lost, I'm confused, I'm sad. It's her and it's my dad. Like, that's who it is. So that's very scary. So, yeah, that's my fear. And also, it's just this idea of like, you could do so much. You could follow all your dreams and check everything off, but having a degree is not going to make your mom live forever, you know? And like, she's proud of me and what I'm doing, but I know her eyes will light up the minute she's a grandmother. And I pray God gives her that. Even my grandma, I would love my grandma to see my grandchildren. So, God, do what you got to do, please.
Your daddy is gonna be a great.
And my dad, oh my God, he's gonna be the best. They all are. It's just, yeah, nobody will speak God into my child like my dad.
Yeah.
Like for sure. But anyway, on a more not so sad note, something that excites me is just like living life. Like I'm not tied to just one thing that now I could do so many more like fun things that I want to do. Like the word is fun for me this year. Like fun experiences, like just do all the cool fun things, renew my passport, travel, like just really enjoy life, enjoy the people I have with me and make great memories. I'm really excited to do that, whatever that looks like. So, all right, I think we're at our last question.
It's fucking deep.
Fucking deep. Yeah, this is the last question. Yeah. Let me make sure. Hold on.
I know we
Yeah,
have
this is the last
the
question.
societal one?
Yep, that's the
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
What is something that is overlooked in today's society but you believe is so important? I have two parts to this. You want me to go? So the first one, I think it's joy. But like authentic, real joy, not the kind you have to post about. Like the joy you feel inside that gives you butterflies. Like doing things that make you happy, as mine, like the smallest things, as minor as they may be to other people, but like feeling joy in your life. I don't think people prioritize that so much in society. I think it's doing what's right, doing what looks good, doing like this whole camera roll of like your best self, but like feeling it, not necessarily feeling like you got to show it, just feeling joy. And then the second part is education. I feel like we're in a culture where everything is at your fingertips. If you need an answer, you chat GBT, you ask Siri, you Google it, and like
We're thinking less.
we're thinking less and we have access to so much information. We don't have to work for it. And like for me, I really value college. And I say that not for the education itself, but I feel like having a college experience teaches you and builds you and molds you into the person you are because you learn time management, you learn how to work with others, you learn the
Social
reality
interaction.
of deadlines and like, managing so much at once while still trying to maintain a healthy lifestyle and some kind of wellness, social interactions, problem solving. And I'm not talking about the college where ChatGPT writes your papers. I'm talking about the college like we had.
Okay.
Like I'm talking about
We had to write an analysis when there was barely any internet.
yeah, like I'm talking about like you had an exam, you couldn't have somebody else take it for you. Like if they checked your ID, it was you. Like I think really requiring people to sit and problem solve. And again, that doesn't only have to come from college, but again, so much comes from college. You meet some of the best people in college. You find yourself through different organizations and events and hobbies. And I just really value education in college specifically. And I'm well aware it's not for everybody, but I think people are quick to find an alternative and like, be a content creator. And I'm not knocking that at all, but I do think people should value college a little bit more in education.
I'm going to piggyback with education because I truly believe in education. My take on education is a little bit different. Just because I had education outside of the US and both in the US. And so to be honest, like my belief of the education system in the United States is not, I don't rank it in a high regard. However, I think intellect is something that is not sought enough. I don't think that you need a college education to be educated. I think there's so many, especially right now in our fingertips, so many sources of knowledge. And if you want it, you can look for it. I think reading is essential and people don't fucking read. That's why they can't spell. That's why they can't talk. That's why they cannot form a sentence. I also value college, although I know college is not for everyone, although I know college is not affordable by anyone. Let me tell you, I'm still paying my student loans. And so I think growing up, I would say high school, something that was overlooked then were a what's the handy jobs called?
Oh, like CTE stuff,
Yes, like I the word keeps coming on and off my
like
head.
home
Um,
ed, home economic. No,
no, so basically like
like the trades,
traits. Thank
the
you,
trades.
traits. And I do think like for those people that are not um into school, right? You
Right.
don't feel like you're good at school. I think trades, it's a very
Mm-hmm.
valuable thing. A lot of the times people go into trades, you have zero debt, you're making more money than me, probably with a college education,
Yeah.
because there's more opportunities. I think now with AI, trades is something that AI cannot take over. Most
Facts.
likely AI will take over my job, but not over yours.
Mm-hmm.
And I spent all this time in college for what? Um, so that's really, I'm like very realistic with the experience. I think, for example, I think people that want to go into finance, any sort of math, engineering, architecture, science, chemistry,
Mm-hmm.
into being a doctor, I
Mm-hmm.
think those things, college should be essential and you should
Hundred
definitely go
percent.
for it. But I think anything else like arts and creativity, I think
Yeah, that's
nowadays you can do it without college. And
yeah.
to be
There's
honest,
other
I
programs.
even like, without getting too much into it, but I even think like the degree shouldn't even be as expensive if you're not into those any of
I
those
agree. I
categories.
agree with that.
Um, truthfully, so
Yeah,
I could like
it needs
that's
to
a
be more
whole,
accessible.
yes,
As
that's a
yeah,
whole
realistic
subject on itself.
for sure.
And the second thing I would say is morality,
Mm.
because we live in a society
Mm.
now where money is at the core of
Oof.
everyone's,
Yeah.
um it's at the core of everyone. So it's like you are overlooked if you're not making a certain amount of money. If
Mm-hmm.
you're a good looking woman, somebody at some point will come and give you a comment like, why aren't you making more money with your looks?
Mm-hmm.
You know that you have it at your fingertips. We live in a society with OnlyFans. um and I'm not judging you. I'm not knocking you. I'm not shading you.
Mm-hmm.
You do you. It's your life. At the end of the day, it's your consequences. When your kids grow up, if somebody shows them your nudes, you made those decisions. That's not the life that I want, and that's not something that I would want my kids to see. Not something that I put out there on purpose, at least. Um, but I think the whole morality issue is kind of lost.
Yeah.
And that is like an issue that I have with the United States in general, because I think people in the United States are empty people. And the reason why they don't have morality is because they don't have a core base of belief.
Mm.
And when you don't
Good.
have a core base of belief, what do you really stand for?
Right.
And so I'm not telling you that you have to believe in God, but you
Right.
don't have a core base of
Something.
belief. So if you look at Islam, if you look at Catholicism, if you look at Christianity, we all have a core belief.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that one is real and one is not, because we're not going to get into that debate. But what I am saying is that because we have a core belief, we have morality, which lets us know what's wrong and what's right. And we
Mm-hmm.
follow this code,
Yeah.
right? So nowadays, I feel like because everything is centered around money, if you're selling
That's
yourself
their God.
on the internet,
Mm-hmm.
it's okay because you're making money.
Mm-hmm.
So everything that we do that shouldn't be okay, or shouldn't be applauded, or, and I'm not saying that it should be shamed either, but things that we're normalizing are okay because behind it, it's like, well, you're making money, and that's all that matters. It like, isn't money the root of all evil?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that money is not gonna buy you financial stability. I'm not saying that money cannot buy you happiness. Money can definitely change your life. I agree. Like, money is essential. I think money brings so many good things, but at the same time, like, at what point do we draw the line?
Preach, sister. Preach. And I think that's the problem. There's so much mockery
Yeah,
around religion in our country.
like, but
Certain religions specifically, but I think there's so much mockery and disrespect because, like you said, people are so empty that it's like, whatever.
but also, like, if you're a regular person with a 9 to 5, you're like, you're not doing enough.
Yeah.
And it's like, no,
Yeah,
it shouldn't even be like that.
I agree.
It shouldn't even be us having to have 3 streams of income
Yeah.
to make a living.
What are you doing to feel good about yourself, period? How are
Like
you a good
a
person?
normal girl with a 9 to 5,
Mm-hmm.
just a simple job. Like, girl, you're doing really good for yourself.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. If you have a
Yeah.
really nice body, if you have a nice face, and you're not out here selling on the internet, good for fucking you.
Wow.
I
that was a
fucking applaud
strong
you.
P and F.
And if you are,
To each its own.
to each his own. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to judge you because maybe you're using that money to feed your kids. But at the same time, a college education can make you feed your kids too. A trade could help you feed your kids too.
Just do
There's
more.
other
Don't
things.
settle. Don't strive
Why
to
is- what?
strive for knowledge. Like you said, information's out there. Why are you just sitting on your ass?
But it's also the easy
Resulting
way
to
out. Because
showing
why
it.
is OnlyFans
Yeah.
your first option instead of like you can go get a job at McDonald's until you find something better?
And ask them to supersize you.
Supersize my life.
Supersize our life. That should be the episode title. All right, guys. Well, I think our camera's gonna die. But that was the last question. Okay, we got deep in this one.
I could have kept going, but
We could have, but the camera's telling me that it's gonna die.
Thank you all for watching. Thank you for participating. We really appreciate all your questions, all the engagement that we received. Hopefully, when
We'll
this
do this
episode
again
comes
at some
out,
point. Yeah.
we address all your questions. We'd love to do it again.
Yes.
As always,
We love you. Thank you for letting us be vulnerable. Thank you for allowing us to be honest. Love you. Bye.
bye.